Welcome to Avatar Academy. Free expression of your most authentic self, ego, and ego death. Notice I'm clowning a lot. I'm a beaver. I'm a snake. Yeah. There's these things here, unseen. They're called anima and animus. That's a delicious name. They're called yin and yang. So whatever expression arises falls back into the void. From the void, the vibration arises, the voice arises, the expression arises, falls back into emptiness, complete transcendence. So freedom of self-expression is just freely allowing this energy to, like a wave, arise and then crashes back into the ocean. And there's nothing to it. Seemingly, YouTubers want to make it about constructs, ideas, relationships, architectures, juxtapositions, meanings. There is no meaning. Spooky, huh? Yep. I create everything. I destroy everything. Let's have fun. So remember how we were as children and you're just like flowing from one situation into another and it seems liberated because you haven't built up this extra context, meaning, analysis. It's kind of like a funny thing that this expression of pure consciousness that we call, look at me, I'm arising, I'm an ego, I'm gonna be like this, or I'm gonna be like that, or I'm gonna be like this, 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 or I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be like all these things. And then the 12 archetypal oscillators or characters or planets or whatever you want to call them, they kind of vibrate every possible, like every possible groove that can come from these oscillators. Each of these guys is oscillating in a different, vibration. They're combining, and then from these arise is like quantum waves, okay, that animate your body into expression. And so you become the fool and the king and the artist and the lover and the rest of them. Yeah. And everybody expresses all of it. And then through your natal chart, you will have a different tuning of some of these that are like your planets or your oscillators. They're combining in a different way. So your voice may sound differently, and how you usually tend to carry yourself is a little bit different melody, a little bit different groove. It's like a synthesizer, basically. Yeah, it's like a synthesizer. So every natal chart is like a unique tuning of this synthesizer. And so the oscillators, they synthesize these expressions. And if you break it down, they're just like 144 expressions. 72 of them are when you see gestures and faces that we make. 72 of those are unique, like archetypal sculptures that energetically move through your puppet and make this Pinocchio so 72 of them are in a range of I'm afraid of something, so I'm cringing. And these expressions are called demons because gross. And 72 of them are like I'm opening up. And actually, if you look at the emojis, like literally the yellow smiley guy with, puking and being all like beaten up and then being cold and then smiling and then being a cowboy, party man. There are actually 72 of these emojis. 72 cringe emojis, 72 happy opening emojis. So, what's the deal? What's the deal? It's a synthesizer. It's it synthesizes these grooves, these like sound sculptures that move through your body, that animate you. Okay, this is what reality, how reality is generated. Okay, and then your physical body is a Pinocchio, is a puppet that goes and then dances, moved by these emotional expressions. And your mind is a calculator that is like a chatbot GPT that can connect words and meanings together. Kind of processes them a little bit differently than your chatbot GPT, but you kind of get the same result. So what's the meaning? I said there's no meaning, right? It's crazy. What's the meaning? What's the purpose of this? It's literally on a fundamental level a sculpture, an experience, a trip, a museum that's just for, let's see what we can do. And then there's a theater where we act, based on our unique oscillators and how we combine them, we create this melodies. And so we express them through gestures and sound. So maybe I should be teaching actors or something. Like, what's this? Theater. Yeah, maybe I should be teaching theater, but life is a quantum theater. Okay, it's literally on the 0 point level of your pure consciousness is the space of this theater that's uninhabited by props and scenographies. Okay, and then the scenes are created and the actors are put in, and then you consciousness, you immerse yourself into these actors and you go around and going like blah 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 blah. It's interesting. I can't stand them. They are being so loud, and we are being so so tiny, and we are also being very soft, and our articulation is very. Oh my God, they're so loud. oh my god, we're so loud, loud. So express ourselves differently and then go into all kind of like, theater, science of theater, is like you put actors into a scene and then you give them some kind of role and a meaning. So let's say like you hold a sword. Neutral meaning, there's no relationship to that object. Now, you become somebody who's obsessed with that sword, possessed by that sword, or this is a sword that your late grandfather, Titus Maximus, Maximus, left you when he died. So you can now fight in the arena and you're about to defend your family and you're gonna die. But and so the prop and the meaning, the juxtaposition of that projected meaning, like the subject and the object and the juxtaposition, I'm projecting the meaning, so therefore I'm infusing this emotion and this becomes meaningful. Okay, so I'll do my favorite, asking you, what do you think what do you think is the value of, let's say, what has more value? So let's say this unrefined little piece of stone, or this beautifully refined precious stone that looks like a Buddha. That's actually created. Okay, so like, so it's a trick question, guys, because what you should be seeing here, if you zoom out from this talking head and this shiny object, you're seeing this on a screen. Just like stop focusing on my, dancing little talking little head and all this like stuffs, and there's actually a screen here, and on the screen are big tiny pixels. They're so coherently assembled into this image of my talking head that you don't even notice the pixels. But let's say if I do this for 1 second, or let me find something like, if I do that, your screen goes black. And then you see, okay, like that's a surface of a screen right there. So particles that are dancing on a quantum level are being assembled in streams and waves, and they inform something that now is a reality construct on this screen. But the meaning that we project to whether the Buddha of precious stone is valuable or this is valuable is like the meaning that we give to it. And actually all this meaning on a surface screen, they don't exist. So only objects can be in some kind of corresponding relationship, or subjects. If we call ourselves animate objects, then we are subjects. That makes sense. Now, if you're liking this, then let me just wrap it up. But first, like it, subscribe it, and then also tell me if you wanna see if it's possible to invoke appearances from the emptiness of reality into your physical theater. But let's go into that in another video. For now, I'm gonna say everything that arises as expression crashes back into the ocean of nothingness. So whatever you expressed yourself as, if you fully express it, then it's gone. And only when this expression arises in relationship to whatever, like I hate you, I love you, come here, let me give you a hug, you little monster, I had enough of you. So whenever this is expressed in a context, in that context it has a meaning, but then later it's just like always meaningless. So ego death is the end of every breath. Like, let me tell you something. Okay, that was that. I think it would be cool to go and grab a cup of coffee. That is that. That's the end of that ego, right? Now, sometimes we want to analyze who we are. We think this ego is like, or me, or the self is like this complex construct of all my memories that in the psyche they can form different architectures, different correlations, and we go and we talk about ourselves. I was born in a family and they didn't love me. And I gave them everything. And now I lost my job. And now I'm gonna get a new job. And now I have a new purpose. So all this is like, kind of like, BS that is arising but has like entertainment value. So if we want to trip out, then we were like, yeah, I'm freaking serious here. Girl, I'm not gonna take that BS anymore. No, 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 no way, Jose, Pedro, Almodovar. I'm gonna carry my little sword here, and if any of you little pricks come here and try to mess with my turf, I'm gonna pull up this sword and I'm gonna poke you. Then you're gonna have like red. I'm not gonna make my face red. That's gross. No way, Jose. So so the ego death is just like express everything and then chill and then do something like whatever arises in the next theater. Every time you correspond with other people, there will be a different playground, different play, different theme, different script. But it's always your free will whether you wanna just twiddle your thumbs and just like relax there. You want to come in and say, hey everybody, what's poppin'? Okay, oh, there was the big protest the other day where like political or whatever, apolitical, and it was like everybody going there. Boo! Boo! You guys are so lame! Like, yay! We're the best! You're the lamest! No, we're better than you pretend you're better than us, but we're better than you. Boo! It was cool. It was cool. Okay, so I hope that explains your non-duality, and if you want to learn magic and everything else. Oh yeah, if you're having like I don't know, like processes in your psyche, or you're trying to stabilize your 0 point pure consciousness, nirvana, meditation, whatever, or you're trying to like, like do something with this, and you want me as your personal king, fool, mentor, coach, get on the floor and give me 12. Yes, I can coach you to do push-ups, or just kind of like help you also energetically untangle some kind of distortion or complexity that might arise because you haven't been properly expressing everything throughout your life here, being a puppet inside of this Muppet show, Divine Comedy. So hit me. Wait, let me do that again. And that was bad. Hit me up. So it's never like you have to do it on the first time. You have to be spontaneous. Like, hit me up if that sounds like something I can be of service with. Okay, so we did it like on the third try.